evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect, King of Games. And while you guys wait for the Forbidden List, I'm going to show you guys two decks that are possibly untouched by the new Forbidden List that we might receive. And it's going to be World Chalice versus Zefra. These two awesome decks are really good, and possibly both of them could be contenders coming into the next format. As you guys can see, I'm going to activate Brilliant Fusion, sending Gem Knight Leslie and World Chalice Lee to the graveyard to get a special summon of Gem Knight Seraph Knight to my side of the field. And that's going to be able to give me 2 additional normal summons, but not before I pitch Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, a huge gambit of a card to send from your hand to the graveyard just to add Lee World Chalice Fairy from your deck to your hand. I'm going to normal summon it and then transmodify it to get Venus, and then special summon Shine Balls to my side of the field. And this is where World Chalice really has its value, being able to search all of the cards that you need in such a really cool order. I'm going to use the Seraph Knight as a tribute summon for World Chalice World Legacy, and then use one of the Shine Balls for an Idmuk. Now, both the Idmuk and the World Legacy World Chalice are going to be used for a link summon of Aurum, the World Chalice Blade Master, and that's going to trigger off the World Legacy's effect, special summoning 2 World Chalice monsters to my side of the field. World Chalice is a really good deck. I think YCS Bokum was the beginning of something very beautiful for this deck, because it does have a lot of new combos that you could really use inside of this deck. And as you can see, I can go straight into the best of the best Link plays. This deck is probably the best Link deck ever made. I'm going to use 2 more Shine Balls to go ahead and make Proxy Dragon to the outside scale. And then I think I'm going to special summon. Is that going to be what I think it is? Because it looks like I'm going to summon a monster of high magnitude. You guys are going to be like, dude, Kelly, you do it like that? And I'm like, yeah, boy, I do it like that. And I'm going to summon it. Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. Let's go ahead and highlight this card because it's so good to the deck. Basically, you can special summon it to your side of the field by shuffling all monsters from your graveyard to your deck. And then basically it allows you to use your Mystic Shine Balls yet again to continuously summon monsters to your side of the field. I'm going to use both the Exodius and the Proxy Dragon. That doesn't seem about right. How am I going to open up that extra monster zone so I can continuously link summon? Because now I have Shine Balls back inside of my deck. I'm going to use the Exodius, the Forbidden Lord, and probably, yes, I'm going to use the World Chalice Chosen, and that's going to be used to special summon an Ib to my side of the field. So now I have Aurum and 2 Ibs, and now I can use World Chalice to special summon Shine Ball. I'm sorry, Agent Creation Venus to special summon Shine Ball. That's going to make an Idmuk, and now I can make, that's right, Ningurisu, pointing at 3 World Chalice monsters to give me 3 draw cards to my side of the field. I'm going to pay an additional 500 life points again to special summon a Mystic Shine Ball, and then use the Shine Ball plus the Ningurisu to make Firewall Dragon, pointing to, that's right, 2 monsters, one of them or both of them being Ib, giving my monster almost full immunity. I'm going to pay 500 life points yet again. And then I think this is where I kind of, I make a mistake. I think I could have made a better board. I think I should have used the Shine Ball to make an effect monster, and then use the effect monster, maybe a Link Spider or an Igma, to make Underclock Taker to point to the Firewall yet again. But I don't do this. In actuality, I actually use all 4 monsters eventually to make a Borolo Dragon, which again, I don't think it was the best idea. You guys are going to see me make the Idmuk, and then use the Idmuk and the Blade Master to make the Underclock Taker, which would have been the better idea, at least in my opinion. But no, I just had to make the Borolo Dragon because I had to style and profile. So bringing those cards back, I'm just going to go ahead and make the Borolo Dragon to my side of the field, which is still really good. Borolo Dragon is allowed to reduce the attack of a monster by 500 points, so just in case he makes a monster bigger than Firewall, I'm not forced to use Firewall Dragon's effect. And more importantly, I'm going to finish the board with Arc Lord Christia to my side of the field, because I have exactly 4 fairy monsters in my graveyard. Now, Arc Lord Christia is a really good card in this deck, and it's really easy to summon. Xander Z-Man is a really good player, so he's going to open up with Terraforming, and he is playing, yes, Zefra. Zefras are a really, really good deck. Being able to get to everything that he needs, whether it's Pendulum Scales, monsters, and free spells and trap cards from his deck to his hand. That's what the deck is built on. He's going to activate Oracle of Zefra to add Zefra Thuban. I'm sorry if I said that name right. I probably completely butchered its name. And Zefra Thuban is a very good card. It allows him to destroy face-up cards on the field by destroying other Zefra cards he controls. So he's going to summon Zefroxy into his scale, and then use Zefra Thuban to target Arc Lord Christia. But that's where Ib World Chalice comes in handy, being able to send ourselves to the graveyard instead. So essentially, he needed to be able to destroy Arc Lord Christia twice. That is a really hard task. He's going to activate Zefroth in the extra monster, or in the Pendulum Scale, and I'm pretty sure he could set up scales, but it's kind of problematic seeing that he can't special summon. I mean, what are you really going to do against a deck that won't allow you to special summon? And that's the true key to World Chalice, being able to drop one of my favorite cards of all time in Arclor Chriskia on the first turn, preventing the opponent from special summoning, could outright win you a game, especially when you have Firewall dragons pointing to certain to your linked monsters, allowing you to bounce other cards. And as well, if to protect your monster, that's going to be pretty much sum up game one. Not really much else he could do into that. And Xander's going to elect to go first. Now I get to show you guys how awesome Zefra can be, because this deck is no slouch either. Z-Man's going to start off with Dragon Shrine, my apologies. And that's going to send Dark Worm to the graveyard. He's later going to use Dark Worm's effect to special summon itself, and that's going to add one copy, that's right, of Supreme King Gate 0 from his deck to his hand. And now he's going to be able to do some really spicy, really sly combos. He's going to activate Oracle of Zefra into his field spell card. Now I've just moved it over just so you guys can see a better view of the card. And that's going to add Zefroxy from his deck to his hand. I'm really curious on what he's going to be doing. Possibly just making the Electromite, and then that'll be able to open up his board, allow him to Pendulum summon more cards from his extra deck to his side of the field, and make some really nasty boards. He's going to normal summon another Dark Worm to his side of the field to make Electromite, and then use Electromite's effect. But I'm going to go ahead and counter with a Herald of Orange Light. Really good card for the World Chalice deck, pitching another fairy monster to get rid of his Electromite completely. Not only did it negate its effect like Effect Veiler, it also got rid of the monster like Ghost Ogre. So Herald of Orange Light is a really powerful card, but it's not stopping Z-Man from making plays. He's going to put Zefra Nui into his scale through the effect of Zefroth. And then he's probably looking for a Pendulum summon, even though it won't be as fortuitous as his last summon or his previous summon would have gained him. So Zefroth is going to turn into a level 7 monster. Then he's going to put Supreme King Gang 0 as his 0 monster. And next he's going to Pendulum summon. He's going to summon the Zefra Nui and the Zefroxy to his side of the field. Nui is going to go ahead and add possibly a Zephyr Divine Strike from his deck to his hand, and being able to search a counter trap card that is essentially an Infernity barrier on steroids is really good. All you have to do is banish a Zephyr monster from his extra deck to negate a card effect. It's an extremely good card. Now he's going to use both of those monsters, Zefroxy and Zefra Nui, to make a deadly synchro monster inside of Xiaofeng. Now, for the people that don't know what Xiaofeng is, I'm pretty concerned about you and your well-being if you don't know what Xiaofeng is. But basically what Xiaofeng does is when it is summoned by using Yangzing monsters, by Yangzing monsters, the opponent can't use monster effects of that type. Now, it was really effective against agents because Spirals are all Earth monsters. So Zefra Nui plus Zefroxy to make the Xiaofeng was basically game for them. It's going to prevent me from using my Saryuja, and that's a pretty big, important piece to my deck's kit. So it's a very powerful card. And then when it's destroyed, he can add one tutor monster from his deck to his hand. So Xiaofeng is a very powerful card. He's going to follow up with 2 cards face down. One of them we know being Zephyr Divine Strike, being able to negate my effects. Now I'm going to discard a card from my hand to add World Chalice Leads from my deck to my hand. And then I'm going to activate Unexpected Die to special summon Chosen to my side of the field. I accidentally discarded the wrong card. I meant to discard the Guard Dragon and keep the World Chalice World Legacy. So now I'm going to use the Chosen to special summon or to link summon Itmuk to my side of the field, and that's going to give me an additional normal summon. So right now I have 2 normal summons that I have not used. I'm going to use the Itmuk summon to get me Lee to my side of the field, and Lee is going to search any World Chalice monster from my deck to my hand, and I'm really trying hard to bait that Zephyr Divine Strike, because I felt like if I can bait it, I can ultimately break his board, giving me a really good, decent field presence. I'm going to use League World Chalice for a tribute summon. That's going to be my regular normal summon to make World Legacy, and then I'm going to use Itmuk plus the World Legacy as a link summon into Aurum. So now Itmuk's going to be Chain Link 2, and World Legacy is going to be Chain Link 1, so we can't Zephyr Divine Strike my World Chalice World Legacy because it is Chain Link 1. Really smart resourcing, being able to use Lee to add a special summon a monster from my deck to my hand. So I thought it was really important to have that type of presence right now, because if you were to Zephyr Divine Strike me right now, I'd be in huge trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon Guard Dragon to my side of the field due to Itmuk's effect, and now I'm going to special summon Lee to my side of the field with World Chalice World Legacy and another World Chalice Chosen to my side of the field. Now trying to figure out how I can maneuver this into my advantage. my card zones are already picked, and I think that that was a pretty big misplay that I put Guard Dragon to my linked zone, and you guys will see in a little bit why. I could have actually made Borlo Dragon with a lot more ease and took the Xiaofeng, but I actually do like this route that I went by. It's not a bad route. He's going to go ahead and Zephyr Divine Strike, and he would have Zephyr Divine Strike the Borlo Dragon, so maybe this was the better opportunity. He's going to Zephyr Divine Strike the Transmodify, which, you know, really sucks for me. Being able to get off Transmodify's effect would have been really critical, allowing me to special summon a world of monsters to my side of the field. Get it? World Chalice? World? And if you guys want to see either of these deck profiles, let's get to 150 likes. That's right. Let's see if this video can get to 150 likes, and then tell me down below in the comment section which deck profile would you like to see first, the World Chalice Arc Lord Christia variant or the Zefra deck, which is really spicy. Both of these decks I feel can be extremely good contenders inside of the 2018 April or May list whenever it comes out. So now we have a World Challenge Chosen to my side of the field. I'm going to use the Chosen to make Itmuk, and Itmuk's really good if it battles a monster that it points to. That monster is destroyed, and Xiaofeng just happens to be pointing to the Itmuk. So Itmuk is an instant out to the Xiaofeng, not being a earth monster. Gets over the Xiaofeng, and he's going to trigger Xiaofeng's effect to add a tuner monster from his deck to his hand. That's going to add him Performance Power Odd-Eye Synchron, and this is where this deck gets really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and highlight Performance Power Odd-Eye Synchron because it's a really good effect. The best effect about it is that while it's on the field, you can special summon a monster from your Pendulum Zone, but he has to use it for a Synchro Summon immediately after that effect resolves. If this card just said special summon one monster from your Pendulum Scale to your side of the field, I think it'd be a lot more busted than what it was, being able to make free Electromites like it is. But more importantly, it's just a really good card, allowing him to get exactly what he needs. He's going to go ahead and activate Terraforming into Oracle of Zefra, and then activate another Oracle of Zefra on top of his Oracle of Zefra, and that's going to activate Zefroxy from his deck to his hand. I think he's setting up a really big board, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have the greatest board of all time. I couldn't make Yugioh, didn't have Arc Lord Christia in my hand, so I couldn't necessarily finish off me breaking his board. He's gonna go ahead and flip up his Foolish Burial to another, that's right, he's gonna Foolish Burial another copy of Dark Worm to his graveyard, and that's gonna activate add another gate from his deck to his hand. So Z-Man is definitely preparing himself to make a really big board to possibly dominate what I have right now. So he's gonna go ahead and normal summon the Zefroxy. That's gonna make his second copy of Electromite. Electromite's effect is gonna add another card from his extra deck, from his deck to his extra deck, and now he's pretty much set up for a pretty big Pendulum summon. He's gonna add Mythical Beast Master Cerebus to his side of the field, and I think that he was gonna add that because he had every intentions to use Master Cerebus to make a Jackal King, but then he decided against it because he can make an even more dangerous board than just Jackal King to his side of the field. He's gonna go ahead and add the Zephyr Nui from his extra deck to his hand. Not sure how that happened. And then he's gonna go ahead and destroy, no, he's not gonna destroy his Supreme King Gate Zero just yet. I think he's probably just gonna go ahead and Pendulum Summon. That might be the better thing to do right at this current time, because he has the ability to make the board that he wants to go into. And now that I think about it, no, that wouldn't have worked that way. He's going to special summon two Zephyr Nuis to his side of the field and perform an Odd-Eye Synchron. Zephyr Nui is probably going to add the Zephyr Divine Strike. No, it's going to add the Zephyr card that allows him to Surge Divine Strike. And then he's going to use both Zephyr Nuis to make a monster that you guys have not seen in a long time, Photon Strike Bouncer. Being able to negate monster effects and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And next he's going to make Cloud Castle, oh no, to revive the Xiaofeng. And then those two monsters are going to go ahead and make, that's right, True King of all calamities. That is freaking nutty. Being able to make Photon Bouncer, Electromite, and True King of all calamities all in one turn. And now the calamities has no choice but to negate all my monster effects and now prevent Itmuk from getting over the Electromite. So man, that is freaking nasty what he got going on right now. And I really don't know what to say. It looks like a really, really good board. Being able to calamities and Photon Strike Bouncer. I don't see how he can lose this game right now unless World Challenge pulled out an epic, something really epic. That's all I can say. He's going to use his monsters to completely destroy my board. First getting around the monsters that Ib is pointed to, and then the Ib itself. And then attacking for some pretty decent damage, a pretty good chunk of damage. But the most important thing is that he has monster effects on the field that can negate my monster effects. Passing it back to my turn. Oh man, this is going to be really massive. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's going to activate, he's going to search Zephyr War from his deck to his hand. And that card's gonna allow him to get a free destruction. My apologies, that card's really good for the Zefra strategy. He's gonna set the Zefra War face down, and then he's gonna pass it back to my turn. I'm trying to sit here and figure out what can I do to come back inside of this game. He has, oh man, Photon Strike Bouncer that can only negate face-up monster effects. I'm gonna go ahead and possibly activate, yes, I'm gonna activate World Chalice, World Legacy in my graveyard, banishing itself, and waiting if he has a response. Does he have a response? He's looking at what he can do. He's probably figuring out what his options are. He's gonna try to use the Photon Strike Bouncer, but I think that I know that he can't use it. He's trying to figure out if he could use All Calamities. All Calamities is, yes, it's during either player's turn, so he's gonna go ahead and use it, preventing me from adding my World Chalice, my World Legacy card from my deck to my hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and Ghost Ogre the True King of All Calamities, so at least he loses a monster out of this in exchange. 0 cards in my hand. Really needed that Legacy to pop off to get me the cards that I needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass, or scoop the game up. Going into game 3, that's right, I started off with Venus. And Venus special summoned 3 Shine Balls, 2 from my deck and 1 from my hand. Now, people will probably always say that it's not that great to draw Shine Balls, you know, with this type of board, or, you know, to draw, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use that to make Link Spider and Proxy Dragon, and then I'm gonna special summon Exodius to my side of the field. Oh man, so prepare yourself for another, that's right, prepare yourself for another round of Mystical Shine Ball. So another 3,000 is going to be deducted from my life points. That's a pretty big chunk of life points, but it's going to allow me to get essentially 6 monsters from my hand at the cost of 2,000 life points. I don't think that that's that bad. I'm going to special summon more Shine Balls to my side of the field. And then it looks like I'm going to make another Link summon of the Shine Balls, and possibly, no, just 1 Shine Ball. That's going to make the Itmuk, and then the, what are you doing, TheCaliEffect? Oh wow, 4 monsters to make the Saryuja, that is correct. Itmuk, Shine Ball, Link Spider, and Itmuk, Shine Ball, Link Spider, and the Exodius to make the Saryuja, and then drawing 4 cards and putting cards from either the top or the bottom of my deck. This deck is really good at drawing cards, I can tell you guys that. Between Ningrisu and you know, Saryuja, you can draw 7 cards in 1 turn. That is freaking phenomenal with this deck. I know you guys are probably like, 7 cards in 1 turn? I know, really good, right? And all you're doing is summoning monsters. So I'm going to choose 3 cards to put to the bottom of my deck. And those cards are probably cards that I wanted out of my hand anyways to make these combos. I'm going to pay another 500 life points to special summon a Mystical Shine Ball to my side of the field. In between drawing 7 cards, you guys would expect to be able to draw what you need. I'm gonna go ahead and make Itmuk and summon another Exodius. What is going on here? Wow, that is just too strong. The second Exodius to shuffle all of the Shine Balls back inside of my deck. So I'm gonna wind up paying 4,500 life points for 9 monsters. What in the world? This is freaking insane. And I'm gonna use that Shine Ball to make a Link Spider or an Itmuk, a Link Spider, and then those 2 cards to make Ningrisu to draw 2 additional cards. That's right, guys. I have drawn 6 cards in this 1 turn, shuffled my entire graveyard into my deck twice. If this is not broken Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know what broken Yu-Gi-Oh is. Draw 2 more additional cards, and then use Agent Creation of Venus to special summon another Shine Ball to my side of the field, and then that and Ningrisu is going to make the Firewall Dragon. So now I have an opportunity to make a Firewall Dragon pointing to 3 arrows by using the Venus and the Itmuk. Yes, I'm going to use that. I have, wow, Firewall Dragon pointing to 3. That is a really strong board, and still have a quite substantial amount of cards for my deck. And then the Arc Lord Christia. TheCaliEffect, how do you put exactly 4 fairy monsters in your graveyard for this? So double imp, Firewall Dragon, and yes, the Saryuja. Go ahead and smash that like button. I know you guys have been enjoying this. That is just really sick for World Chalice to be able to make a board like this on a consistent basis. Firewall Dragon pointing to double imp and a Saryuja with an Arc Lord Christia. The Arc Lord Christia does have protection through imp, but I'm not 100% sure if Z-Man can break this board. Let's see what he does. He's gonna go ahead and add a Oracle of Zefra from his deck to his hand, and that's a pretty good start. He's gonna be able to break the Arc Lord Christia once. We know that by going ahead and using Zefra Thubin to destroy the Arc Lord Christia, tricking the imp, so all he needs to do is destroy it 1 more time. He's gonna Foolish Burial of the Dark Worm, probably already in preparations of destroying the Arc Lord Christia. Does he have the juice? Does he have the resources to break the Arc Lord Christia twice? Not once, but twice, and that's the most important part of it. And it looks like he's thinking, is he gonna make that board? Is he gonna do something? No, this game is over. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Again, let's see if we can get to 150 likes, and then let me know down below in the comment section which deck profile you guys want to see first. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are enjoying your day as I am mine.